Hey everybody, Questwise here, and I got a couple of boxes. These are from Ben Honeycutt over at Gallivanter Miniatures on Etsy. And I ordered these actually not too long ago, and they just came in the mail today, both of them. I put in a split order. I decided after I placed my first order that I wanted some more. So I'm going to open them for you today. These are going to be both for Pulp Alley and a project I'm going to work on. But I thought I would crack them open and show you the quality of what comes out of his Etsy store. So I've already cut open the tape on this. I would open this up and see what this one is. Okay, so this one is, they call her Sheila. What I'm doing is I'm doing a Masters of the Universe game, and I got these in 28 millimeters so they would match. Looks like there's a base in here even too. A little baggy. Okay. Lots of packing material. It's packed very, very well. Both of them are very light, but you know, that's what you expect from some resin. So we get a 25 millimeter base in there, which is cool. I didn't expect to get any of that. And this is the figure itself. Oh my goodness. The detail on this is superb. It is beautiful. So on the website, on the Etsy page, they don't really show you pictures of the miniature. They show you renderings of what the miniature will look like. But this far exceeds my expectations. This is beautiful. So this, they call her Sheila. You know, scratching off the UPC so they don't infringe upon anybody's IP and stuff. But you know, obviously Tila from Masters of the Universe, but a lot of detail even on the little snake staff. Her headdress is really, really beautiful. The sword, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I can't wait to get those painted up, or her painted up. Open this second box here. This should have a multitude of other, yeah, this is going to have quite a few miniatures in it. So this was my first original order. And then afterward I realized, hey, I didn't even order some of these. Some of these have options, which is cool. I'm pretty sure that Sheila, oops, there goes the box. Sheila had some options. Yeah, there's a lot in here. This is great. Let's start with this. This is He-Man right here. It looks like it's a two-part kit. There's nothing even to really clean up. It looks like all of the, well, maybe a little bit along her staff here. I don't know if you can actually see it on the camera. There's a little bit where the, you know, where the injection 3D printing the supports and stuff were on the staff there. But that'll be really easy to clean up. So where were we? Is this? Here's He-Man. I forget what they call him. Oh, let me see on the thing here. Like Hedar or something like that. Hedar, Hero of Power. So each one of them comes with a base. I have ordered some more as well and I definitely will order some more from this company as well. Looks like this resin is a little bit darker than the stuff on Tila, but man, the detail is crisp and beautiful. He's kind of in a running stance. He's on a piece of rock there, and then his arm is separate with the Sword of Power. If I can, there we go. Man, oh, I can't wait to get these painted up. They look beautiful in 28s. They give you options of 28 millimeter or 32 millimeter for these. I went with 28 just because it matches everything else that I'm using on the base here. This is Merman. I forget what else they call him in here. Fish Lord or something like that. I'm trying to get him out of the baggie here without snapping. They don't seem to be too delicate or anything, but I mean, the poses on these are just gorgeous. I mean, even look at the shoulder pad there. It's just amazing. The fins on the side of his face, the trident, and again, a little bit, you can kind of see it there, a little bit of where the supports were on the spear or the trident. But again, everything else looks like it's just perfectly gorgeous. Really, really, really beautiful. So there's Merman. Let's see what else we got. Oh, and this was another great thing too, is that I actually put in, I didn't realize that he had a model for Trapjaw. and or they call him Maw Face, and I had actually ordered what they call Horbad, which is Hordak. And as much as I want him, I wanted Trapjaw more, and I actually contacted the owner of the Etsy company and said, "Hey, can we swap that out? I'm sorry." And he did it instantly. He was like, "Yeah, absolutely," and he just made it a deal and swapped this guy out. So here we have Trapjaw. Like, oh, look at that, it's so great. This is gonna be so much fun. I cannot wait to use Pulp Alley to run Masters of the Universe. This is gonna be so cool. Here's they call him Duncan, so Man at Arms or Duncan. And again, this guy he had an optional pose. I really liked the pistol the best. I thought the pistol was really, really cool, but he's still got that iconic mace, the helmet, the mustache. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, yes, I can't wait to paint these up. This is going to be a lot of fun. I've got a lot of ideas already for scenarios. I'm going to use a lot of the scenarios from existing products and simply modify them a little bit to fit my needs. But you know, I want to do some scenarios with some of the different heroes, and kit it out in different ways too. So like maybe company of heroes or duos or something like that. This is the Sorceress. Very, very cool. I have an idea for her that I want to run in Castle Grayskull. You know, the Castle Grayskull becomes invaded by Skeletor, or at least some of the minions anyway, and she's always been really, really powerful, right? She's the sorceress. She's sort of like the goddess of Grayskull, and so I want to make her like a level 4, like an epic, or not a level 4, a level 5, like epic character, and then have do an interior, almost like a dungeon crawl in Castle Grayskull where it's haunted. So basically, the entire place is going to be difficult terrain, or at least perilous terrain. So anytime that you encounter certain items or areas, they'll be perilous. The rest of the time, it'll be difficult. I'm also thinking about making plot points with lots of red herrings, and it's a trap cards and stuff like that. So, but I mean, look, that's so, it's so beautiful. I'm definitely going to be buying from Gallivanter. Gallivanter. Jeez, oh Pete's. I need glasses. Gallivanter Miniatures. So here's Skeletor, or Skuldor as they call him. Again, still just beautiful. The skull staff there, gorgeously rendered. Face is beautiful. Can't wait to glue these together and start getting them primed up so I can actually start painting them and stuff. But there's that, and then his arm with the, you know, the other half of the Sword of Power, and it's gonna glue right up in there. So he's like reaching out with it, kind of pointing thing. And then we got one more. This is actually not a Masters of the Universe figure, but it looked really cool on the website, and there's quite a few that they don't make. I don't think that Gallivanter Miniatures actually creates the STLs for this, but there was a couple others. So I'm going to use a variety, and I'm going to go into detail about how I'm putting this together in the scenarios, and I'll hopefully share those on the Facebook page for Pulp Alley and stuff as well. But I found this figure on there as well, and I think she looks really cool, and I think she would fit in perfectly with some of the Masters of the Universe figures. So yeah, I mean, just gorgeous, really, really beautifully rendered. So I'm just going to use her. I'm going to make my own character for her. And I've got a few others. Like I said, there were some characters that they didn't have. They didn't have Beast Man. They didn't have a few others. But you know, I've got a lot of miniatures. So I'm going to actually create my own villains, my own heroes, to help fight in Eternia with He-Man and the rest of the crew. So not sure what I'm going to call this girl yet, but I thought she fits really well. I think the style of her, of the miniature itself, fits really well. Let me grab dunk in here. And I mean, it looks like it should be, like they should be on the field together. And here, I'll show you this too. The plastic is a little, or the resin is a little darker on, so it must have been just a different printer or something. Like an actual different 3D printer. It was using a different resin, because you can see how teal is a little bit lighter gray resin than some of the others. But I mean, look at that. Like the pose, everything is just very fits that theme. So Gallivanter Miniatures, thank you so much. Pulp Alley, I'm going to be doing this. Like I said, I'm going to do a bunch of videos. Still got a lot of stuff planned. I want to talk about things like creating characters, and maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll use the video of creating characters to show you what I'm doing with this Masters of the Universe project I'm working on. So, okay, until next time, I'm Questwise. Please stay safe, my friends, and as always, game on.